America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would like to thank Sheriff Stiles for granting my request of having a deputy here, and I'd like to thank Deputy Luther for being here tonight. Greatly appreciate that. I would also like to remind the gallery to please be quiet during this meeting so that we can hear and discuss some things up here. So if you could do that, that would be greatly appreciated. It would help things just go a little smoother. I would like to amend the agenda 74-204C on good faith to remove number 4, the recall election, to formally accept the results. Latah County Auditor Office informed the city clerk the recall election would be certified on Tuesday, November 12th at 5 p.m. This was a mistake on the county's part. They did not take into account the Monday holiday on November 11th when the city was notified and the agenda had already been posted. Also to remove number 9, the fire chief traffic signs quote approval. This was approved by the council in May. So I think the quote is just for us to look at. Oh, and we're going to remove executive session as well. Okay.
I'll second.
All in favor? Passes. Where's Ty at?
Oh no, we're on the minutes.
The minutes.
So,
Go ahead.
the grant IDL, I assume that must be for, where's Clifford? Fire related?
Yes.
For one of the trucks or something?
No, it's just any, we only pay 10% of that grant.
Okay,
We get reimbursed 90%.
No, I didn't have a question about the pay
No.
list.
have a question?
No question.
Do you have a question about it?
Well, I do. Normally, Cindy, the last couple that you've done, have you put all the combined bank accounts on them? I'd have to go back and look at them. Have they been on there before? Because I see you're on there this
No.
time, there's an excess amount of accounts on here.
Yes.
So, and that'll be brought up in the next meeting.
It's gonna be brought up in my staff report, if that's okay, but
Yep.
no, that bank account list is for my staff report.
Okay, perfect.
I move to approve the minutes and the payables from October.
I'll second.
All in favor? Passes.
Oh.
Julie Fuller's ticket book.
All right, 4 months ago in July, I had the idea of purchasing a ticket book on the agenda so that the city of Julietta could actually start enforcing our own city codes. There was a tie vote. Our mayor broke the tie. He voted no for the purchase of a ticket book. So I decided to go back in some very old meeting minutes, and over the decades, the idea of a ticket book came up many times, only for a purchase of a ticket book to not happen. Since last month's meeting, I've had a few tenants, residents request the need for a ticket book. So we can
Point of
help
order.
enforce them.
I may be one of the ignorant locals that Ms. Fuller was referring to in her recent Facebook post. about being recalled by an overwhelming majority of the good people of this community. But if I remember correctly, this topic was put on hold until the attorney could get back to us. And although we haven't received legal input yet, Ms. Fuller demanded the topic be added to this meeting's agenda. In my opinion, to try and bully the council to making a decision before having all the necessary information.
Actually, I spoke with Todd Richardson.
Well, I haven't heard from Todd, so,
And
and can I
that's-
please
Well,
continue?
please let me finish because I have the table, just for a moment, please. I did have several emails exchanged with our clerk, and she wasn't sure, I saw my iPad.
I have it right here on my
Anyway,
emails
so
too.
she was trying to explain that maybe we did not. She first said she was going to discuss the ticket book during staff reports,
Which she does have information on the.
but we can't vote during a staff report.
Well,
So I
her-
have copied, please, I have copied the attorney, city attorney Todd Richardson. I then get an email saying from our clerk, who I trust, because she's the clerk, and she said, I have put you on the agenda to discuss for us to go ahead and purchase a ticket book.
That's not what it said.
I have it right here.
I have the minutes, I have the email also.
Would you care to read it, please?
I'll go get it.
Or I'd be happy to read it too.
So I'm just curious as to why,
I mean, she
if
proved
this
it.
is,
She
why
proved it.
didn't the city attorney email all of us? Why is he just
Yeah,
emailing you?
Why did it's just you?
That's why, and I know he's not here tonight, but I'm just curious as to
Yeah, no.
why the rest of us weren't
Yeah.
privileged to
I
that information.
don't know. I just have what Melba sent me, and her fourth email says, I have put you on the agenda to discuss the purchase, a ticket book, so we can start enforcing our city ordinances. I want to know why this is such a big deal. Every other town is doing this.
Why
And
don't-
before the sheriff can get involved and start knocking on doors,
Well, I
we have to
believe-
do our part.
And I believe Melba has the information that the sheriff
It's the
has
same
said.
information I brought in July, the exact same
No, it's
information.
not.
Deputy Luther, can you give us any input on this? What is your thoughts? I mean, is this, do you guys do this? Or is the city?
Citation,
Mhm.
usually it's when the city asks us to.
Then you are the
Because-
ones that, you have the ticket book.
No,
Well, we.
They
have-
write City of Julietta on the
Yeah,
ticket.
write City of Juliet on there, or we, electronic tickets. So.
But it does say, it does have the City of Julietta on there, right?
No.
probably,
You
Oh,
can write it
on an
on there.
electronic
Can
ticket?
I
Yes.
tell you what I
Please.
found out? Okay, so call Latah County Sheriff's Office on 10/22 or 24/24, talk to Emily. Also talk to the deputy who stopped by City Hall. A letter from City Hall with mayor's signature, this is number one. We will have to issue a letter from City Hall with the mayor's signature stating the violations that is going to be issued. Then it has to be sent to the city attorney for approval because ultimately he will be prosecuting it. Then we will call the Latah County Sheriff's Department to either deliver the letter, or we can send it by certified letter. After a lot of amount of time stated in the letter, 30 days or whatever. the
They get
letter-
30 days.
Whatever we say, and the ordinance has not been cleared, we will call the Latah County Sheriff's Department to issue a citation with a fine. They will write that citation on Latah County Sheriff's ticket pad and write City of Julietta on the ticket. They'll mark out Latah County, put City of Julietta. There's no need to purchase a City of Julietta tickets. And for the animal ordinances, the Latah County uses the state ticket pads. If the offense has not been cleared, the officer can issue up to 2 more citations for a total of 3 tickets with fines for all 3. After the 3rd citation has been issued, this now becomes a misdemeanor and an arrest can be made, and that's when the city attorney comes back into play. That is the
Went
process.
to the sheriff.
3 different months this year, and Mark brought up, he wanted a
That's right.
clarification from the other deputy we had at that time, or maybe Skylar's had actually, or sheriff may actually been here, how it works. I talked to Detective Josh Anderson yesterday, and it's like this, it's like the city has to notify the resident if and when they're in
Yes.
violation, right,
That's
with
a
a
letter.
letter.
I just
That's a
said
letter.
that. Number
That's
one.
correct. We give them, a ticket book saying, hey, you know, whatever the issue is, they get 30 days to remedy it. So we don't have to involve the sheriff's department. If after 30 days they don't, comply, I was told by the sheriff's department, then that's when they can come with their paperwork and knock on the door.
So,
But city
May the
has to
clerk
do their
be-
part first.
so what if the city sends them a letter?
Can the
Is
clerk,
it the same, but why do we need a ticket book if the letter is basically
To show them the
stating we have
citation, for
30 days?
example, a dog at large, it's $50.
can the clerk be acknowledged, please, for
Yes.
clarification? The reason why the sheriff's department is taking the letter to him and stuff is because we pay them $900
It's old
a
news.
month.
We
They,
have-
$800, they are our
We've known this for
ordinance
years, Mel.
services.
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, great.
It's
Okay,
a
so
simple
I've only been
process.
here 2
I would like to ask Deputy Luther a question. So let's say we approve the recommendation of the city ticket book and code enforcement, and the
As
ticketed individual doesn't pay the fine, and the issue ends up going to court. Then does the Lake County Sheriff's Department, you would be the ones that issue the serve to go to court, right?
Well, when the citation is issued, it's issued with a court date.
Okay,
for
so
them to
basically,
appear, and then once they appear, they either, plead guilty or not guilty if they appear. And if they plead not guilty, then they're set for a court date.
Okay.
For a trial.
so then, basically, our ticket book isn't gonna have a court date. Your ticket book is gonna have a court date. So you would have to issue a ticket regardless of ours.
Well,
To have
if
a
you
court
guys got
date.
a ticket book, it's uniform citation, it has to be the same.
But how do we put a
Statewide.
court date on it?
We don't.
At the bottom would be court date. I'm not sure how.
You
code
give them 30
enforcement-
days to remedy the situation. We don't want it to go to court. We want to
Can
hopefully,
I, okay, so ordinances need to be enforced, they're not,
Correct.
it's frustrating.
Correct.
It's
Yes.
mind numbing, and the
Yes.
people are fed up.
Yes.
However, this council voted to pay the city attorney to do some research, and he's supposed to get back with us, and he hasn't, and he's supposed to come up with those answers, sir, and I appreciate your
Yeah.
input. I appreciate this being brought back up, they need to be enforced.
Right, and we need to find out from our city attorneys.
so maybe another 4 months from now, maybe.
We're waiting on our city attorney,
Well, city attorney apparently is not.
but that
gonna
doesn't
be
mean
getting
they
back
don't
on
get
that.
enforced in the meantime. In the meantime, you call the sheriff's department.
Well, when you converse
Right.
with him, tell him he needs to get back to the
So
council.
why does,
to get
Well, we-
answers.
why does every surrounding town, Bowville,
That's a
Troy,
question for
Dayton,
the city attorney, because
why-
that's.
Yeah.
But why do they have a ticket book and
But
we
why are we
don't?
paying the city attorney? We pay him to answer this question, so can we please move on? 'Cause that's
Yes.
what
Do you
we-
know whose job it is to enforce the city ordinances?
Do you know whose job it is to vote to have the city attorney come up with the answer? It's ours, and we did our job.
Idaho statute is the mayor, sorry. And
But the city attorney,
No.
please.
No.
please-
Yes, I have the right to speak.
No,
She has the right to
Yes, I
speak.
do.
you don't have the right
She has the
to.
right to
I'm
speak.
the one that will nominate and point to anyone that's gonna
We're notorious for
speak.
not allowing you
And
to
so-
speak.
Idaho statute says I have 3 minutes to
Yes,
speak,
you
and
do.
that's what I'm gonna do.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Called on by the
I
mayor.
certainly
Otherwise
am.
you
You're
will
all
sit
on
down.
my knees. But I never called us.
I'm not, I mean, I know that we asked minutes when we were waiting for the city attorney.
Did anybody follow up on that?
Well, I know that our city attorney's been busy with other things, so he probably hasn't had a chance.
Excuse
but we
me,
need
may
to
the
follow up.
treasurer be acknowledged?
Yes,
There is repeated emails to our city attorney, repeated,
I
and we
believe you.
get no response.
Well, maybe that we should be looking into our city attorney.
If I may speak up, the city attorney is also the city attorney for 3 other cities.
So?
He's really into it. I'm just saying, this is the same
Yeah, but he
complaints
didn't
that other
read our-
cities are also
Same
having.
complaints.
Move on.
This council's notorious for
Okay.
silencing you. Yeah, freedom of speech.
just tie here.
I don't see him. Or heard him.
So according to Idaho ordinance, I am allowed to speak.
Stephanie, you're up.
When they call for public comment, this is kind of public.
Well,
So-
this is getting derailed quickly, isn't it? So first off, I wanted to bring up some security issues, but first off, I would like to thank every single voter that came out, regardless of how you voted for this recall. Thank you so much for showing up. It shows that you're paying attention to our city politics. I appreciate all of the people who have reached out to me and my husband individually, who know the real reason that Judy was being recalled, because not everyone likes to hear that the fire is at their house when it wasn't even a mile.
First of all,
Close
this is
and-
not on the agenda.
I am talking, child.
This is not
I
on
am
the
talking.
agenda.
I am talking about security. So, as I was going through public records, it came to my attention that the former treasurer shared her computer password with city council member Ms. Fuller.
She did?
This is, I have a text that is part of the city system that shows that you did and that you admitted it. So my concern is obviously this was poor judgment on the previous treasurer's part. Whether it be in innocence or out of other factors, most people save their passwords on their computers. How many of us go and sign into an account and it automatically fills our password, right? So my concern is, what do we have in place for that security? And Cindy, unfortunately, you're probably gonna be the one that know these answers. First of all, have all passwords been updated on city accounts since that treasurer left? And since there has been a password shared for her own computer sign-in?
Is there proof of that? I would like to know.
Yes, there is.
I would love to see it.
And you and I will have a discussion
No,
at
we
another
won't, but I
time.
would love to see the proof of your allegation.
Judy, I have no more time for you. I've tried talking to you and you would block me.
You make
so
allegations, please have the receipts.
I will.
She
Thank
does.
you.
She
I will, just like I have proof of everything. Do you?
Awesome.
Now,
doesn't.
now, with that said, did all of the city passwords for all of our accounts get updated?
So I can assure you that one of the things that has had to happen is because my name now is on most of all of like the state entities and things like that, those have been changed.
Okay.
Bank accounts are still an issue. We are working on that. Unfortunately, and I'll get into that here a little bit later, but as far as like security, state treasurers, things of those natures, Bonnie's name has been removed, or excuse me, if the former treasurer has been removed, and
Okay.
so my name has been applied, so I had to change all the passwords.
So something else that made me think, because unfortunately I'm a bit of a cynic, are all of our citizen accounts safe? Like, I mean, I realized, it was so long ago that I moved here. I don't know if I had to give my social security number to open the water bill. I don't remember. But are our accounts safe from being accessed by the outgoing city council member and the former treasurer?
So the software that we use that would hold any personal information is through Cassell. And those, that information again has been changed because Melva is the clerk and I am the treasurer. Therefore, we are the only two people that have access to that.
Perfect. Now, with that said, the Cassell, now who manages that to make sure that it hasn't been infiltrated some way with a virus, ransomware, cloning technology?
We have a support through Cassell that we pay monthly fees for, and they manage that for us.
Okay, that is perfect to know.
We also have BNI that we also go through, that they provide all of our security for all of our computers, and our phone system, so they are in charge of that.
Okay. And then also, will there be new door locks installed at City Hall?
That is something, yes, we've requested.
Okay. Now, the other thing I wanted to bring up in the last meeting, we had the commissioner here from Latah County regarding housing. Once again, that got derailed with Ms. Fuller bringing up Section 8s and rentals. If she had listened to the beginning, which she had clearly had not, he had stated that these could be homes that we simply help them build in the area to sell. I would hope that this city council looks at bringing him back in to explain his point again, because she derailed it, and we could set up the ordinances, because he did say that we could set up whether they become rentals or not. So they could just strictly be patio homes for sale in the area. Because how many of you have kids that are going to be starting their own families or have families that you'd like to stay in the area, but we simply don't have the housing for them? They're having to buy homes in Moscow, in Lewiston, and other areas outside of Julietta. So I would just hope that the city council looks at inviting him back to explain that again. Like he said, this is nothing, we could even be part of the group but not participate, but I do think it is something that we should look at again without getting sidetracked by Section 8s and rentals, which we all know is Judy's expertise in the area, because that is what she does. And so let's not get sidetracked by that. Let's look at homes that could be built, that could be sold in the area at an affordable rate to our younger families that live and work in this community. So that's all that I ask you to think about for the housing.
Stephanie, I invite you to talk with Tom, the commissioner. He's the
I
one who
don't
brought
need
up the
to-
HUD. He brought up the HUD in section housing.
He
brought it up.
said it could be if we wanted it. But
Yeah,
you
so
turned
I
to
asked
Judy.
him a question.
I am not here
My
to
job is to
argue
ask
with you.
questions.
I'm here to point
Please
out.
get your facts correct.
Okay, let's move on to number 8.
Thank you.
Thank you. Justin, so I had a question about the CFN cards. Is that instead of going to the market?
That's me.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it says maintenance, sorry, Justin. My apologies.
Wait a minute, I've lost my train of thought. Okay, so, CFN cards, I was talking to Clifford. And, now that Julietta is a CFN site, it's easier for them to have the CFN cards so they can just pull right in there and fuel without having to go into the store, write out a ticket, get the receipt, and it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They don't have to worry about nighttime and all that kind of stuff. And as a business, as a government, we are not taxed. We're tax-free. Also, we get the price at the rack. So the price at the pump is not what we were gonna pay. We're gonna pay cheaper, and it would just work out better for them to have a card with their whatever vehicle. We can get one for each vehicle if we need to. It doesn't matter. They don't care. It doesn't cost any more. But it would just be more convenient for our fire trucks and our maintenance guys.
So I have a question. Do you have a question, Justin?
I didn't get to talk to you about this earlier, I apologize.
That's all right. We're kind of all crazy.
Is it down here at the market then?
Yes.
Oh.
And there's also one in Kendrick.
Is it just diesel or is it gas?
No, it can be, it's all fuels.
Okay.
Dyed,
Sorry, I
clear.
didn't ask you, I meant to.
Diesel, dyed, clear, gas.
And this would allow them even like Kendrick or wherever they
Yep,
need
or
to go.
Oregon, or Washington, or Montana, anywhere there's a
Or
CFN
Gary,
site.
Troy.
Yeah.
Orfino.
Yeah.
Any
Anywhere-
CFN site.
Any CFN site, they used to give out books, but I don't know if they do that anymore,
We used to have prime line.
So would it be
There's an app.
but. Yeah, there is, I know.
so would it be
I
like
used to work there.
like a 2-card system where they would have a personal card and then there would be a card in the truck where they just have their own personal card and
No, each card would be assigned however you want to assign it, like a fire truck 1, fire truck 2, maintenance,
Chevy.
Could they put that in whenever they do like their little number?
you can put in your.
Just have one card and they can just code it in what it is?
Well,
Is
whatever
that way you
card
have it on the
goes.
receipt?
That's the way we
Yes.
used to with prime line, we
Mhm.
coded in.
Right.
Oh.
Most places I know that do stuff like that, they have it assigned to a vehicle.
Yes.
And then they have a second card that goes in this, so that you can determine who's taking the gas or who's taking the diesel. So fire truck 1, Clifford Heimgartner.
that's what I was thinking.
And then
for the garbage company.
That's the way to keep it
We used to have
checks and
2
balance
cards.
without
Well,
auditing.
Yeah.
vehicle card and then
You can put in your number.
individual PIN.
Yeah,
Oh,
you put
okay.
your number in, your PIN number.
Highly recommend individual PIN.
Yes.
So you can track.
Yeah.
We have them.
Because
at
when you get the
store.
statement, whatever card that goes to, it'll say, fire truck 1, Clifford Heimgartner, 50 gallons of whatever, fuel. Number 2, number 1, whatever. It's all itemized out on the statement, and you'll get one statement.
I think it's a great idea.
I need one for my card.
My motion to approve the CFN card for fire
Oh,
department.
2 gallons, Clifford Heimgartner. Well, no. How do you fit in that turtle shell?
It's huge.
9. Yeah. So after last month's meeting,
Right there.
I did ask to have the building, we talked about the building fees and usage schedule for hours of operations on the annex. And I did have the ladies check back, and nobody else except Mary Lou uses the annex, and except for the election people. So where we don't have a high demand for it, and I mean, the dance brings a lot to our little community. I mean, when we do the lighting ceremony, the girls come down and dance. It's a very big thing for our community. So seeing where nobody else really asked for it, I would like to see if we could just sign at least where it's like month to month, where Mary Lou gets it at least the hours that she needs it, and then if somebody else wants it for like an hour here, an hour there, as long as it doesn't conflict with the original lease for Mary Lou, they should be able to rent it.
Do you know what are your hours? Are they set days, set hours? What days are those, the dance?
So, this year is every Wednesday.
Just once a week?
5 to.
So it's just once a week right now? Okay.
But I mean, we can work, you know, I would like to see the city work with this, and because it does bring a lot to our community, and I would like to see the girls continue to dance. I've had a few moms reach out to me today to, you know, express their appreciation for the dance. And in a year, unfortunately now that the library's leaving, in a year, we are gonna have another building when they move to Kendrick. So we will have another building that the city can rent for meetings and stuff like that as well, so.
We don't exactly advertise the use of the annex. A lot of people don't even know this, so it might be something you could put on the actual website, the Juliana website. People aren't unaware that they can use the annex, or it's a birthday party, craft show, whatever.
Well, and honestly, I think most of them probably use the community center because the JCIA has done an amazing job of updating that and making it affordable to rent for those things, and I've rented it for birthday party
Way
for
more
myself.
expensive than annex building.
It's, correct me if I'm wrong, Eric, is it $25? 50, but you get 2 floors, a kitchen, nice handicap accessible bathroom. I believe you have a
Good parking.
a screen that pops down, and so I think more people are going that direction versus, you
Well,
know.
here, there's no kitchen, there's no nothing.
Yeah, so I get why it's a little more
It's
expensive.
only for dance and at the bathroom.
What's the cost to rent the annex right now?
It's $30 a month or $10 a day. Lisa?
I wanted to speak on the cost too. There's community churches, this very room right here, Centennial Park picnic area, the baseball fields, the JES cafeteria, the gym, KHS gym, cafeteria, the football field, and those are just a few of the places local that are free for the community. We don't pay to rent those, we sign up to use them. And I don't know if you're aware that US medium household income is $80,000 a year. Julietta, it's $60,000 a year. So that's why, as a community, it is important to keep these lesser costs or no cost
Here in
areas
Troy,
down.
don't charge at all. Yeah. Which is nice for their community. So I'm curious why these two were able to speak and Ann wasn't. I'm just curious.
May I speak for a moment? I would like to also point out that Mary Lou also manages and maintains that room by herself. She supplies it with toilet paper, she cleans the floor, she cleans the bathroom. All the years of maintenance has been done by her, which I also think is a huge compliment. I personally, this is just, my kids have participated, these little girls here participated. It's an amazing program, and I don't think you get enough appreciation for what you do. So I just want to take that opportunity to say thank you.
Thank you. Good job.
We second that. Melville, did you find that email? Because I have it pulled up.
Well, are we gonna finish number 10?
I thought
We
we
never
moved
finished
on
number
from it.
4.
I thought we moved on from it because we went into the CFN charge.
We've already moved.
Second.
That's 2 months I've been on the agenda and 2 months I got silence. Noted.
There is a Robert's Rules of Order
Hello,
about
Judy,
this.
you are on the agenda to discuss the ticket of yesterday, 3:28 p.m.
Yeah, no, that's what I have too. I didn't say that you, what was it that you
So
said that I
why
said?
couldn't I speak about the ticket book? I still don't
You just
understand.
did, you did.
You spoke about it, and then I made my comment, and we talked
We
about
did,
it.
it was an action item, we didn't vote on it,
Nobody moved to accept the ticket book.
because you didn't get the opportunity. Yes,
It was already on
Charles?
hold.
It was already on
We're on
hold.
number 10. Keep going.
I think the mayor has to recognize me. Am I recognized to speak?
Keep going, please.
No, sit down.
So you're gonna violate my freedom of speech?
right.
You know, I gotta say,
No, that's, hold on.
That there were people
You don't have
that
that
were
right.
allowed to speak and
Yes.
other people weren't.
No,
What would you ask, what would you?
People were
please
allowed to
speak.
speak and other people weren't.
It's good for them,
All right,
it's just
thank
not
you.
good for me.
My point is that this lady stood up, she raised her hand, she wanted to speak, nobody recognized her, but the other people stood up, and you all want to recognize her and get her, you don't get to do that. Because, just because you don't want to hear what she had to say, don't mean she
It
don't
wasn't
get
the
to say it.
time. That's the only reason. That's the only time. There were
It's
still
irrelevant.
other discussions going on. It
It
wouldn't
was
matter
on
to
topic.
me.
You
It
moved
was
on
on
to
topic.
two different things after that before, and nobody even recognized her.
You don't get to pick and choose who the government
That's
applies to.
exactly right.
Right.
We need to follow the Constitution first.
Agreed. Thank
Well,
you,
we're all gonna
Charles.
face the one on his hat.
Oh, I need mine. Here you go. I need
Am
my
I allowed
jacket.
to speak or not?
I think you should be.
Yeah, but it's 10 and then go back and do it.
We will let you speak after we finish 10.
Can I chime in?
Yes.
I don't think it hurts to talk to the attorney. Nobody wants to see the dance hall go to Kendrick like everything else. We love the dance hall. But I think we should talk to the attorney. Mary Lou is the teacher. She's also the mayor's daughter. And there's a statute called Title 13. I don't think there's any violation of it, but it wouldn't hurt to make sure because it has been brought up to the council and it is our job.
Well, and I would have the attorney look at the lease to make sure it protects
Yeah.
Mary Lou and the city as well.
I don't see
so.
that if the attorney says, hey, every night at, Wednesday night at 6, well, sure, yeah. I don't see any people lining up to use this thing. It's not like there's a competition.
So I move to draw up a lease agreement, have
No
the
score
attorney
dance,
look at it,
folks.
have Mary Lou look at it as well, so we can keep the dance going.
Probably outdated.
I think there was.
Probably outdated.
Right, so like, we just
No.
want to.
No, I do believe that this was squared away years ago, is my understanding. I think it was brought up. Let's just look at it and do everything we can to make sure it goes forward.
Mark, I did find that in meeting minutes, and the consensus was she needed to show that she had insurance in case one of the girls got hurt, and that never got brought
Do you
to
have
her.
all that? Yes.
Then no problem. Easy peasy.
Yep, so there's a motion on the
A
table.
second.
What's the motion?
The motion is to drop a lease agreement with Mary Lou and have the attorney look at it.
And can we try to get like a rush on that with Todd so we can have it on next month's agenda to get it taken care of?
Yes. And maybe he can get back to us on some other things. So I think there's a motion and a second.
So drop a lease agreement with Mary Lou and the city.
And have the city attorney look at it and check, what did you call that? What statute did you call it?
Title 13.
Title 13.
Okay.
Just so everybody's protected and we can not have to worry about this anymore. We can continue with the dance.
Okay, who made the motion? You did? Who seconded it? Sorry.
I did.
Thank you.
Okay, how we vote?
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you. According to what the attorney said back in July on the city book, it is the mayor's job to go around and enforce the ordinances. And so therefore, he was going to check into getting a ticket book, but ultimately it is the mayor's job to go around and cite the people or whomever that is in neglect or whatever the case may be. And I've been to quite a few of these meetings, and I've been shut down twice now. And, we need to clean up the town, because I've gone around, I have my niece now that is in from Virginia that I'm taking care of because both her parents have passed away. And she's just like, oh my gosh, look at this garbage. Look at this garbage. It's embarrassing to me to, have my 11-year-old niece go around and say that when, I moved here almost 2 years ago, and I love this town. When I was up here visiting with my daughter that lived in Julietta, I never wanted to go back to California because that's where I used to live. I wanted to stay here in Julietta. But now, like I said, there's more and more places that are, you drive down Water Street, how many houses have old cars in the front yard, just garbage cluttered all over the front yard? It's disgusting. It's just, we should have a clean town that people want to come and visit. People come in and they're like, oh, they don't enforce nothing here. So, then you're gonna get more crime, you're gonna get more drug activity, you're gonna get just more ignorant people moving into the area. And like I said, just being here the short time that I've been here, I love this town. And I would love to see this town get cleaned up.
I would like to just make one comment. The question of the mayor enforcing the ordinances was not what we were talking about. We were talking about the ticket book. The mayor ordinance has been brought up several times, and I believe that the sheriff is the one that said that, I mean, he is supposed to write the letter, sign the letter, which is enforcing the ordinances, not go around handing out the tickets. That's where I believe Ms. Fuller talked about hiring code enforcement, correct?
Like all the other towns, 1 hour a month, yeah. They'll come
So
in.
anyway, that, I just did want to clarify that the mayor signing the letter is him enforcing the ordinances, and the issue on the agenda was the ticket book. Okay. We're on staff reports. Justin?
I'll be fairly quick, but I want to mention that Joe and I got a resolution on the dogs at large problem. So we actually hauled a dog away last week, and the Humane Society of the Palouse has agreed to take dogs. So they without question, which is amazing. Because before I thought I was going to have to leave it in the parking lot because they didn't want to take him. So anyway, we worked out an agreement with them, and for a very small donation, they will take the dog, and then the dog will stay there, and the owners can come get it for another fee. If the dog is a repeat offender, we can call the sheriff, and the dog can be taken to the pound and be seized so that it cannot go back to the same owner. So we have a full through resolution on the issue. We have the cage ready to go in the bathroom, and so just want to let you know we did get a resolution. The other thing is Joe and I are winterizing the wells, the water plants, everything, turning heaters on. So we have the rock spreader is started up today. It's all oiled up and it's ready to go. So we'll be monitoring for snow. So that's about it.
I have two things. The first thing is, and maybe this is something Melva will be taking care of, I'm assuming. So 5 months ago, as we all know, we had passed to have the Julietta TV Association money collections removed from the city's water bill. That got done. However, still today on our official City of Julietta website, there's still a request for those, actually they don't call them donations on our website, they call them service fees. So it probably needs to be updated and removed. It's very
that under my
misleading.
staff report.
Awesome, thank you. I just noticed that today, it's still there. The second thing, I wish to leave everyone with this. And I want to say that serving only 11 months in my 4-year term was nothing I envisioned, but it shows me that sometimes God's plans are bigger than our own. And I am grateful for the experience that I gained serving on the city council for 11 months, very much. It has definitely prepared me for my future endeavors. And then I'm going to lastly say that I cannot advocate enough to everyone here, everyone watching, and for all residents of all cities across America to attend your city council meetings. You are the checks and balances, and your voice really matters, and you just need to be here. Otherwise, we're going to decide for you what we do with your tax dollars. That's right. So I hope that you, moving forward, that you attend your meetings. Always insist on truth and transparency. Remember that without the freedom of speech, we are not a free people. And Stephanie, I have one message for you. May his favor be upon you. Thank you.
I don't have anything. Thank you for your service, Judy.
Thank you, Judy.
You're a beautiful person.
I would like to ask the mayor to call
Thankless
a
job.
special meeting so that we can canvass the results of the election and go into executive session, Idaho Code 74-2046F. And then later, like in the next, because we have, I think it's supposed to be 48 hours. Some information came to light that we need to discuss with the city attorney. So I would like to see if he would be willing to call a special meeting when everybody's available the next week or two.
Are you gonna make that information public?
The information that we talked about in executive session,
The information is coming to you.
we will consult our attorney first, because that's what section F is to communicate with legal counsel for the public agency to discuss the legal ramifications of pending litigation. So we have things that
Do
the
you have
attorney
an
has.
attorney? He's never doing anything.
Well, he has been here at a few
He said
meetings. He was
can
in the
read
last meeting.
ordinances.
So, that's all I have.
I have a couple things. One is that Nick has always spearheaded the lights, the Christmas lights. That's why they're so great. Something's come up, and I would like to volunteer to help the JCIA to put up these lights. These are big shoes to fill. Nick's done a great job. Thank you for that. And then also, I just want to mention, Judy had the 81 people show up to keep her. And I know there were a lot more people that wanted her out. Whatever, it is what it is. But let's not bring this here. We're here to do the city's business. We're here to spend your money. So and I want to apologize to you personally.
Thank you, Mark.
That happened,
I
and
appreciate that.
I take responsibility for that as well, so that's all I have.
You're up, Nelda.
Okay, first of all, under my staff reports, I would like to report the wastewater treatment plant construction has gone out for bid. November 18th will be the pre-bid meeting at 2 o'clock at City Hall. December 5th will be the bid opening from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. at City Hall. December 10th, of course, will be our city council meeting, and there will be a notice of award approval at that time. It will be on the agenda. January 14th will be another city council meeting, and at that time we will approve, it'll be contract approval. January 20th, I think that's another council meeting. The notice to proceed will be voted on, I guess, I don't know. April 15th will be the start, it will be substantial completion of the project, and May 15th should be final completion. That's the wastewater. The website, I need to let you all know our website has been down. It will not accept any more information. I have been talking to our website designer, and she recommends that we go to a new website host because the current one, Host Rocket, has 3 times now not let us make updates to the website, and their technical support is not getting back to us, and they have different answers for the same question. So anyway, she is recommending we go with GoDaddy, and there's some prices and stuff, but I'll put that on the agenda for next meeting as an action item to be approved. In the meantime, the website will be down for a month until the new prices are approved, and we can't do anything about it.
You have our hours as we're open till 10 p.m. I don't know if you noticed that. It says we're open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. That's 15 hours.
I don't think so.
It's supposed to say probably 1.
Yeah,
Does
it says 10
Well,
p.m.
Again, that was,
So you might have to
that's the
show up.
website designer that did that, so I will see if she can fix it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's nothing, it won't let us do anything in there right now. It's just on there, so it's not going anywhere. So in the meantime, I'll probably be posting agendas and minutes on our Facebook page, just to stay in compliance with the open meeting laws. And then I have one more thing, just a clarification. I've been talking to AIC and looking up Idaho code. So just to clarify, Idaho code number 74-205, it's states the governing body of a public agency shall provide for the taking of written minutes of all its meetings. Neither a full transcript nor a recording of the meeting is required. So the city of Julietta is and has been in compliance with open meeting laws according to Idaho Code 74-205, and also according to our contact at AIC, and his name is Daniel Moskowitz. So there is no code stating that city council meetings have to be recorded, audio or videotaped. The only thing that needs to be recorded is the minutes, and they need to be posted so in a public spot.
I have an
That
email
is
from
good.
Daniel. He says that we do have to audio record any public hearing when we discuss land.
This is not a public hearing.
Yeah, right.
That is an exception. This is a city council.
But we've
meeting.
never done that, is all I'm saying. We need to begin.
We've never had a hearing.
Oh, yeah, we have.
Well, not in my,
Not in your time, but we have for
city council
years.
meetings are not hearings, so
Yeah,
they
we
do
have
not
hearings.
have to be recorded or audio.
Were our microphones hooked up tonight?
All that
What
it does
you
is
ordered-
record phone calls. It doesn't-
Oh, there's
it's
no
not-
mics?
There's no
No,
mics.
I
It
would
doesn't
like to
record
know.
the
He
meetings or
said there would be
anything.
mics.
So, did you guys purchase this? Who purchased this?
I was told you the order it from Jay.
That was our last month's meeting and we approved
Right,
it.
exactly.
Right,
But you
but-
ordered a wrong device.
I didn't order it. Jay would be and I did. I don't have that authority.
Well, and I believe on the minutes it was approved to order it, not
And we
necessarily
had a
for you.
14-day, had a
Right, but
14-day.
not necessarily for you to order it for. it to
Yeah,
be
I didn't
ordered.
order it, yeah.
So, thank you for doing all that.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
So, if you don't record the minutes of the meeting, how do we know what you've discussed?
No, we record the minutes, they're in typed form, not in audio
Written
form.
down.
Oh, I see,
Not
so
audio
you're
or
gonna
video.
keep a transcript of the
Yes.
meeting?
Yeah, they're all,
That
yeah,
is
they're all
required.
online too. All the previous minutes are online, once we can get our website up and going. But yeah, so the minutes for the meetings are recorded in a handwritten copy, and then the public
Hearings.
hearings are supposed to be recorded audio.
So,
Kept
so
for
with
6
that,
months.
so, does that mean that, oh, this is you?
Anyone
Yes,
can use
no,
it.
yeah,
Anyone
it's
can use
just-
it.
Anybody can,
Oh,
anybody
I
can
see, I
tape
see. So
record,
I thought
audio
he was
record,
part of the
anybody can
council.
do that.
Yeah,
I
That's not
understand.
yeah,
prohibited.
it's not prohibited.
I see. All right, thank you.
Yep. Are you done, Melba?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yep.
So I sent you guys a list. You'll look at there, we have currently 21 bank accounts that I get to reconcile and manage every month. What I pointed out on there, a couple of the CDs are coming to mature on 12/15 of '24. I would like to request that in our next meeting, we have an action item to go ahead and cash those out, and we'll discuss it and put it into an LGIP account. I would also like to put on an action item if we can because I've met with the auditor, we're going through, I'm in the process now of getting everything reconciled so we can get the end of the year done and get the audit done. And upon that, he even stated, they advised that there's no reason why we should have so many bank accounts. We really should condense it down to 2. Plus, one of my positions as the treasurer is to advise you guys on financial matters. LGIP accounts are 5% interest. We make a lot more money putting our
Bonnie
money.
discussed this many times with us.
Well, at this point, I would like to request that to be an action item if we may, please. So that we can kind of get that down to a more manageable, plus makes us, the city more money in the long term. The other things I'm kind of working on, road and street report. I did complete the compliancy to the state, our state treasurer's, our state controller's office requests a financial report. I did get that submitted. It was due by December 1st, so we're definitely in compliance with that. I should be working on the audit here probably towards, I'm gonna say the beginning of December, possibly maybe the last week of November. And was there any questions on anything that you guys had or information you guys would like to have before I come into the next meeting with these action items?
Excuse me, may I speak? I'm wondering if that account that the mayor has for receiving all the TV money, if that's one of those accounts still, or if they got it closed out.
It's been closed.
And if there's an audit, if it's audit, or if there's a forensic audit or something, since he's gotten that money since 1960. Someone online said that came to over $1 million.
There's a lot of misinformation about
Hey, laugh
that.
it up. 60 years compounded.
Judy, well, there is a forensic audit underway, honey.
Thank you.
These people,
Where they been?
Yes, please.
Where they been?
Okay, for verification, I would like to share the information that I have obtained regarding the Julietta TV Association, in the last 4 years, we've collected $7,100. I'm just rounding off. We overpaid the Julietta TV Association by $122, so it was like $72.22. So the amount of money that you're hearing, that's 4 years of donations that were accepted.
And
And that
was
money
doing it
went
since
through
the
the city and went straight through to the Julietta.
Which is illegal.
Cindy, can you tell me how much of that $7,000 the mayor donated in 4 years? It was close to $1,000.
No, it was more than that. It was probably close to $2,500 to $3,000.
Let's not sugarcoat this, that our city attorney said.
Black and
it
white,
is
those are the
unlawful.
facts.
No,
Those are the facts.
I'm not talking about the dollars.
I am giving the report.
We should have never been
And it's
collecting
very
them.
disrespectful that you continue to
No.
argue and treat people this way. I am
You're
giving
late
a
on the
report.
scene.
I'm not giving false
Yes,
information,
you
and I
are.
can print it
No,
out
she isn't.
because I provided it to
I'm
the
working
police.
with Detective Josh Anderson.
Yes,
I
and
got
he
an
got
update
my
today.
report.
Okay, I would like to call point of order. Please, we need to keep moving along.
I just wanted to bring up that I work in Lewiston, and the son of the former broadcast manager for KELW came to me, and he thought that it was laughable what was happening to the mayor. I am not taking sides. Like I said, that is not the reason that she is being recalled. She knows why I went and had her recalled. That is a completely separate issue. But he did want me to pass on to the community that he was the broadcast manager for over 30 years with KELW, and the amount of time that the mayor and his family put into this TV association, there is no way we could have ever collected enough fees to pay that amount of time. If everybody's just going to be throwing out things that they read on Facebook, I'm going to go ahead and just bring up something that was actually told to me by someone in Lewiston, part of the TV community. Thank you.
If the mayor has taken money from that account, no matter what he's donated and how much time he's put into it, that's theft. There's no way around it. You can sugarcoat it whatever you want. If there's corruption, the corruption's got to go.
Okay, we're going to move on from the TV Association. Melvin, did you have it? Or sorry, Cindy, did you have anything else?
No.
Clifford?
Fell asleep.
No, you didn't.
The fire money that we got from Idaho Department of Land, I purchased another brush truck.
I saw it down there.
It's a monster.
It is a
You have to
monster.
come down and drive. Other than that, that's.
Okay, Mr. Dodge, where's Joe?
He's in the back.
Do you have anything?
The only thing that, when we went up to the dog up to the Humane Society, we've been having an issue with the dogs getting in the garbage down at the park. And she suggested just to get one of those sonic, sonic, where only the dogs can hear it, and just put it up so if it gets underneath it, it'll emit a sound and then they'll chase them away.
The ones you plug into a plug-in.
Plug-in.
Okay.
We're gonna try it if you guys are okay with it. See if that helps. Just see if it helps. We don't want to do it full time because we don't want when people take their dogs down there during the day. We don't want to upset them. But because it usually strikes first thing in the morning, late at night. They're usually the ones that end to get in the garbage. I think we're gonna try to find one with timers so that you can set a time on it. So it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. It shuts off and just turns back on like 7 o'clock at night.
Is it dogs or is it raccoons?
Dogs,
or-
everything.
Okay.
It's a dog. So I've actually seen it 4 or 5 times.
Right,
It
but I
runs
mean,
off before me.
will the sensor thing, will that scare off every animal, like raccoons?
Yeah, everything.
whatever?
It's supposed to be for all animals. So if you guys are right, we're gonna try one. If it seems to work, then hopefully that'll eliminate that problem again. Because it's 3 and 4 times a week that I'm having to pick up garbage.
Put it in the bar.
So.
Do you have
That's
a
it.
camera, Joe, that you can camera?
Yeah,
Do you know whose dog it is?
Not for sure. Can't really. I haven't got up close enough to see whose dog for sure it is.
You have a trail cam that you can?
We can, but it's you have to catch it out of people's property. We can't just, we
I
can say,
mean, if you drove down and saw them
yeah,
out
we can
there
say,
and
hey,
say,
you know, this happened, but we
Then you
can't
can,
do
then
it.
you can give it to the sheriff department.
You have a date.
I need to tell you all about a letter that I got from the city. $100 a day fine I get for the dumps and the junks and the cars. And for the mayor. It came from them. I'm getting $100, my fine is up to $50,000 now because of Ed Grosclose, his nephew, I think, or brother. And the other neighbors up there, Eddie Sands closed out his junkyard. They hauled it to our subdivision and my land. I had to hire a lawyer to get it off an acre. Mr. Grosclose sent me that letter. Well, I'll see you in court, sir.
I second.
I'll see you in court.
All in favor?
And there's going to be an investigation of you and your family.
So, it's Thursday, the 21st.
You can pay my fine.
Can you do 6 or 7?
November?
November 21st at 6.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
It's the second month in a row.
Oh, it's nice meeting you.
You're gonna document all this? Can you document her packing her bags and getting her
Well,
the fuck out of my town?
I'll document all the facts. This is more of a question for you. Would there be a time we can meet up with you to get kind of your talk or your say on things?
We've sent you several.
Yeah, we sent a couple emails and voicemails and phone calls and stuff like that. We haven't been contacted back. Okay, well, it's under.
Oh, yeah, we've called.
It's
Called,
deal.
messaged, and emailed.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you ever want to, let us know, and we'd be more than happy to share your side. Okay. Well, we like to get everybody's kind of side on it, so that way there's no. There you go. We asked the mayor. We specifically asked him. He said he didn't get any of our phone calls, any of the voice messages, any emails, nothing. So, and then when I asked him if he would like to talk, he said no, he doesn't want to give his opinion on anything.
So it looks like we're,
I asked him if he didn't want to talk because of, pending allegations or any court, and he said no. So he doesn't want to talk and give his opinions. But we want to let everybody that wants to talk and say something, say something.